All right, guys, we are kind of into what you call maybe Christmas Eve or maybe the best time of the year. It's like you're, at your favorite, expensive restaurant that you go to occasionally, and you're putting in your order for appetizers. And the appetizers, they came out, you enjoyed it, which was week 0. And, now we have a full slate of college football for 12 weeks. It's going to be incredible. And this game is just outstanding. In a day and age of college football where we are seeing regional games go to the wayside for television dollars, and we're seeing rivalries being halted, longtime rivals changing conferences, times of change, we now get an old rivalry, which is one that even I'm around 30 years old, that even I was alive to watch some of these games, and that's the backyard brawl. It's Pittsburgh, it's West Virginia. We all remember West Virginia had that amazing team with Pat White, I believe Slayton, the running back. I don't know if Austin was there, but it was Rich Rod and Shady McCoy and the Pittsburgh Panthers were able to stop them from going on a bid for a national championship run, the backyard brawl. Even when teams are down in the rivalry, it's always very, very competitive for the most part. A lot of kids from the Pittsburgh area go to West Virginia. All right, some West Virginia kids might go up north to Pittsburgh. All right, so it's a tremendous, tremendous rivalry. It's old Big East basketball and football, and these two schools are very close to each other, and they really don't like each other. And it's going to be at Heinz Field. It's going to be a primetime game to kick off the season on Thursday night. It's a tremendous spot. ACC, Big 12. I want to thank also the ADs for making this possible. I'm really excited to watch this game. And also adding to the intrigue of this game is we now get two very exciting factors for West Virginia. All right. First, I'll actually talk about the one exciting variable of Pittsburgh. I believe that Narduzzi, with the year that Whipple and Kenny Pickett were able to provide for him last year, going 9-3 and making a New Year's Six Bowl, playing in the Peach Bowl, his job security in terms of on the field is very, very safe. Of course, with coaches and social media and things, you still, of course, got to represent the university in a professional manner off the field. But in terms of his job stability, it's much more stable than Neil Brown, all right, on the field. Because Neil Brown, ever since coming from Troy, and I like the hire, West Virginia, it's a very tough place to win. It's a tough place to recruit. Because Morgantown, I know that you have Pittsburgh, but you're battling against Penn State, and you're battling against the Panthers of Pittsburgh. You're battling against Ohio State to try to get recruits kind of in the Northeast, all right? And also you're battling against Louisville. You're battling against heavy hitters, and then also you're in the Big 12 Conference, so all of your games are 3-hour, 4-hour plane rides, maybe 2.5-hour plane rides. It's been a very tough transition. Football-wise, to the Big 12, it's been a very tough transition. Dana Holgorsen did a nice job there. He just won games, Dana, and he would never have those teams that would ever scare a Big 12 championship bid, but he would be solid, Dana Holgorsen at West Virginia. He's doing a very nice job too at Houston. He's a good football coach. He's a good coach. He wins. All right, but we look at Neil Brown, and Neil Brown had it rolling at Troy. Very friendly guy, really nice guy from the South. If you ever get a chance to be around Neil Brown, a lot of people like his personality. So then Neil Brown, he's shuffled through some offensive coordinators, okay, And they've never really, I mean, I know that they've had this Green at quarterback. I know that they got also Austin Kendall from Oklahoma to go in and play quarterback. They've never had a really dynamic offensive attack. Defensively, they've actually been decent. You look at that Oklahoma game on primetime last year, they were right in that game. I know it was Rattler, and Rattler didn't make it through the year, but West Virginia's had opportunities to win. So they've been hovering around 6-6. I think that, what did they got smashed by Minnesota last year in a bowl game, 7 wins, 6 wins. It's been undesirable. Even Neil Brown would probably tell you that. They haven't had a 9 or an 8 win year that's really been super exciting. So what they go out and do is they bring in JT Daniels. This is the number one quarterback recruit from several years ago. 6'2", can really throw the football. Okay, came in the USC as probably a 17-year-old. Okay, very good leadership skills. Serious guy. All right, but is overcoming knee injuries. I mean, he gets hurt a lot. He's probably 6'1.5". He doesn't make the best decisions when he's throwing the ball. Under pressure, he's often rushed and could turn the ball over. I'd say he has a good arm for the college level, a very good arm. And if he has a very decent year, there's a chance that he's even drafted as a 5th or a 4th round guy that can compete for a backup spot at the next level. That's how talented JT Daniels is. In terms of NFL guys, like what guys can be eligible for the draft, he's a top 10 guy in terms of like potential of actually being a backup, of actually being in the league. But in terms of how productive he is as a college quarterback, right? Aiden O'Connell at Purdue doesn't have the skills that JT Daniels possesses, but Aiden O'Connell's a more efficient college passer. There's more efficient college quarterbacks than even a JT Daniels. You can, there's quarterbacks who win, and you could even argue Stetson Bennett at Georgia. Yeah, he got the job done. He didn't turn it over as much. He was more accurate even down the field throwing the deep pass. So for JT Daniels, he has a ton to prove. There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of excitement. Adding to the excitement is Graham Harrell. Graham Harrell, North Texas, went to North Texas to coach. Of course, he's a Texas Tech legend from the Mike Leach tree. Joined Mike Leach at Washington State, was with the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers as a backup quarterback. One of my favorite college quarterbacks. I was probably in middle school when in 2008 when he hit Crabtree, when he was doing his thing with Michael Crabtree wearing the black shirts of Texas Tech. So Graham Harrell, okay, talks very fast, Texas guy, really good guy as well, and also runs a hurry-up offense. And he came from USC. He was with Clay Helden, and he's worked with both Slovis and JT Daniels, and that's why it's JT Daniels versus Keaton Slovis. In this game, you look at Pittsburgh, they return, I think, all of their starters on defense, on a very good defense. It's going to be a classic Narduzzi team where they're going to run the football. Keaton Slovis is going to go play action. Keaton Slovis is very capable of playing in this offense. He's great in this offense. He's a pocket passer who could throw the football very accurately. He is probably in that top 10 of guys that are NFL guys. I think he's actually going to be a very good college quarterback. I think he was a good quarterback at USC. I think in terms of the college level, he's also going to be productive, take care of the ball. I think Pittsburgh, again, could have a pretty good year, like a 7 or 8 win year. And Pittsburgh, by all metrics, should win this game. They have continuity defensively. You're not I know you're breaking in a new quarterback and getting rid of Whipple and Kenny Pickett, and those are certainly big losses. Jordan Addison, of course, going to USC. So, yeah, offensively it's new, but the game is at home. And West Virginia has a new scheme, okay, with Graham Harrell. And I don't know. I don't expect Pittsburgh. Is Pittsburgh going to get lit up by JT Daniels? Because the one way that I see West Virginia winning this game is by a surprise. I mean, Vegas has Pittsburgh as a 7-point favorite. West Virginia in this game, JT Daniels needs to come out and light them up through the air and kind of shock people. In the same way that Jameis Winston shocked them on Labor Day, all right, Florida State, Pittsburgh, on that Monday of Labor Day, JT Daniels is going to need to have a real coming out party in this game. Now, JT Daniels played in one of the most action-packed, biggest weekend games of last year. He played against that Clemson defense. He did okay in that game. But the Georgia defense, of course, was tremendous, and that's why Georgia was able to win. So JT Daniels has been in pressure-packed situations, Kedon Slovis as well. It's going to be massively entertaining. Not only is the rivalry coming back, which is a reason to watch in itself, but you also get two exciting quarterbacks. Pittsburgh returns, though, the offensive line. They return the running back. So Pittsburgh has continuity still on offense. Pittsburgh's defense is better than West Virginia. They've accomplished more. It's just going to depend on how great can Graham Harrell and JT Daniels, can they light this up? This game can go actually a multitude of ways. Probably the way it's going to go is Pittsburgh is going to end up getting to Daniels, and they're going to control the game through the running game. And West Virginia is not going to have enough pop to beat Pittsburgh. I don't think I would bet on this game, but I give the edge to the home team, to Pittsburgh. I would personally like to see JT and Neil Brown actually shock Pittsburgh, put West Virginia on the map. I think West Virginia needs this game a lot more than Pittsburgh needs it. Pittsburgh just had a great year. Narduzzi is stable. I think that this is going to be a fun watch no matter what. I'm so excited to see the Graham Harrell and JT Daniels offense, and this game is going to have a ton of passion. I want Heinz Field to be like 80% capacity, and I want people to be excited for this game. One of my good friends, all right, my good friend who lives, up by Pittsburgh, all right, he's headed out to this game. And he's super stoked, all right, and he's a Pitt guy, so I can only imagine how excited everybody is with these two schools. So, again, Thursday night, college football, ABC or ESPN, backyard brawl. I mean, come on. If you're a college football fan, this is what it's all about. It's all about these great rivalries, old Big East stuff, all right, Keystone State versus West Virginia. It's going to be fun.